you see these individuals that are hired on, and the cities and people look to them as heroes, have no clue that they're installing these foreign codes and customs of the city ordinance privately held, and they're following orders instead of applying to their moral code and compass, and committing a domestic assault on themselves and destroying their heritage, and have no clue because they can't see the bigger picture. That's why they're called a Nazi. And these prison mining camps that they hold, called cities, are simply because they are military information, and we're free from information. But they're complying to the city ordinances that are making demands. So what they did is they took and regulated the price of products and made city codes and ordinances to put gas tanks and vaults for the fuel tanks. And they bought into the CR England and the different trucking companies. And they applied to make it rough on the independent mom and pop gas stations and lifted up the gas prices. Went into the insurance businesses to influx the prices. CR England holds also that. So they took out the owner-operators to make it too expensive to do, just like the railroads. So they're driving that. Then they started doing into that you had to register for a landlord. And they started buying out the things using the money that is developed for people that are on the street or houseless in imminent danger, and building these apartment complexes and then taking possession. Now they're to maintain property. No city owns any fucking property. No town, none of them can. No organized people of an organization can own land, and it must maintain property because it's not a living thing. Now, it states there is no prostitution or sale of spirit. They're not talking about alcohol. That means you cannot subdivide innocence by pressure or fear for the sale of the spirit. Okay? These officers, paramedics, police officers, in use of the Hippocratic Oath, which is 2020, it's the Ten Commandments, protection of religion, which is radiation between religious and state, as the city sitting upon you takes your sense. But it is, without a doubt, a nuclear event. But it can be a good nuclear event. It's a good thing, because I am a nuclear generation. I use my left hemisphere, my right hemisphere, and they tell you only use 10% of your brain, and then they want that too. So like UTA, they had to get into the train company to get into the Fed, right? So they say they own 10% of the road, or the right side of the road. Left behind. But everything's left. But that's a public asset. Then they went private to try to steal land. And they used the police department transfer to say that those transportation police are federal officers to empower themselves. They gave a Medal of Honor to the city of Bandon, the lower city, but it's to the citizens, to empower them with a Purple Heart under that and give them federal protection. It's called ring of fire, okay? It's coronavirus, root disease. It's atmospheric pressure. It does cause pain on the body, old age, everything else. If you knew what I knew, and you knew the patterns of history, and you knew that you will never see death, that they are transporting you to purgatory, and you have to walk back, and you lose your family, and they take your possessions.